fire.
It's on and cracking.
Set the mood, eh?
Sorry about my voice, guys. We'll elaborate on why my voice is fucked up right now. If Whitney Houston could sing with a fucked up voice, I could do a podcast.
Yeah, we should have got the fucking tea with the lemon.
I got a Jolly
And
Rancher.
honey.
I got a lemon Jolly Rancher.
That's fair. That works, I guess. Should have got the honey, though.
I should have had a Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Should.
All right. I don't know what.
Coach, why's your voice like that?
I don't know. Our fight. We fought on the
It was Alexis Rocha, Raul Curiel.
undercard. We fought on the B side. We fought against Ricardo Rubalcaba with Jabin Chollet. 8 rounds of frustration. Jabin didn't execute what we asked him for whatever reason. The moment might have been too. I don't know. We don't know. But we're always out here talking about when we win. We might as well talk about when we lose.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
What was your thoughts of the fight?
My thoughts, I rewatched it later, and I was, when you go out there, obviously we do this, we work to win, we work to win. But when you're out there in the corner, at least for myself, we're preoccupied with making sure we get as much information as we possibly can, extract as much as you can from the round, so we can give the best instruction in the corner, right? And we started out that way, but the instruction just wasn't getting through. It wasn't getting through, and I was observing him, and he was repeating up the information back. But when he would go out there, he wasn't doing it. He wasn't executing, So which brought you to have to bring something as much as you could out of him, so he could possibly pull out the fight. And obviously that wasn't the case. So it was frustrating. Absolutely, it was frustrating, because when you know the potential of these guys, you know what they have, you know what they can do, what they're capable of, what we've been working on, and they just don't. That was a frustrating part when I watched the fight back and listening to the commentators. I honestly, they don't understand the behind the scenes. They don't understand everything, the whole, everything that goes into a fight and in a fighter.
I think, what did they touch on the instructions?
I say, that wasn't no clear instruction, like this and that. It's like, okay, if you're listening back, the instructions were given from the beginning. Jab
they
to
were
the
being
body.
given during the round.
Yeah.
They were being given during the fight. They were given in camp.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you have that one. You got about 35 to 45 seconds to give instructions, make them catch your breath, drink water. Sometimes some fighters don't react to instructions.
Mm-hmm.
Some fighters react to different things. So these analysts are doing their job now.
Mm-hmm.
They're criticizing the corners, but they were criticized the same way when they were fighting.
Right.
The instructions are done way before the fight.
Yep.
Now, it's our job as coaches to rally him up to do it.
Yep.
I tried. They didn't criticize me when I was speaking soft to him.
Mm-hmm.
They just criticize when I get emotional, and I'm cool with it. I don't give a shit. I don't know them.
Yeah.
I know some of them, but I don't know them. And some of you guys got losses like a motherfucker. Some of you been knocked out.
Yeah. Exactly.
Jabin's lost 2 fights by decisions to 2 undefeated guys.
Yep.
A lot of you young prospects ain't taking no risk, and we are, and we're getting better at it. Got 2 losses that we ain't ashamed of. Did we perform like we wanted to? No, but there's room for growth.
Yep.
You cannot grow if you don't test yourself, and we had to sit down today, and hopefully we snapped that in the ass.
Absolutely.
Talking about losses, our loss seems insignificant compared to my boy, Jaime Munguia's loss.
Right.
I felt so bad for him. I felt so bad for Fernando Fernandez, for Jaime's father, because I know all of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Maggie knows these guys. And Jaime taking a fight with a guy who I think only had 4 knockouts.
I believe so, yeah.
Who
4
fought,
or 5, yeah.
Who fought at a lighter weight.
Mm-hmm.
Come to his own backyard and catch Jaime with that right hand. See, when you're at Jaime's level, you should lose to people who are better than you, like Canelo.
Right.
You shouldn't lose to guys like this guy. No, I don't know him. He could be a superstar in France. I don't know.
Right.
But he's not at the world stage yet.
Right. No, that's
that
true.
loss hurts a lot more.
Mm-hmm. It does. I think nobody saw that come. I know I joked around it. I was like, no, not even he saw it coming, But I really hope that this is a huge lesson learned, man. I'm trying to figure out like what the lesson would be for him, but he's so young still, man. I think people fail to recognize he's not even 30 years old.
Mistake is giving people space.
Yeah.
Like that space. It's like we were talking about a couple podcasts back, like Duran getting knocked out and he got face planted. Yeah. Manny Pacquiao got knocked out, came back. There's a lot of fighters that can come back. Right. I think Munguía qualifies for one of those guys.
Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of people are super fucking harsh. Now that there's this whole like social media thing and platform and people can just write whatever the fuck they want. Everybody thinks that they're a fucking expert, man. A lot of these people, probably the majority of the people in the comments have never even put on a fucking pair of gloves or sparred, let alone fight on a big stage in your hometown, What do you think about that, the hometown situation?
It's added pressure.
It's added pressure, for sure.
I think it's added pressure, and I don't know if Jaime, I can't critique the fight because I didn't see it.
I didn't either.
We're on our way back from LA. But regardless of seeing it or not, I heard that he was winning the fight. Mm-hmm. So sometimes as a fighter, you start having success and you start getting a little bit more loose. Careless. Yeah. It takes 1 second.
And that's all it took.
1 second.
That's all it took.
It goes to show you that in boxing, you don't have to have a knockout record to knock somebody out. A well-placed punch at a well-placed moment, it's over.
Yep, absolutely, man. It doesn't honestly, like, we're talking about another man's strength, If, like you said, if you place it in the right fucking place, it's like a button. Boop. What's
the kid's name by any chance?
Brunello. I don't know how to pronounce the last name. Surace.
So what does he do now? Does he stay at 68, where he knocks somebody out, or does he go back down to 60?
Well, I try to put it into like our perspective, right? The first person I'm thinking about is like Cece, right? Like he fought at 160, but naturally he's probably like 154. Or like Ricky, right? When he was fighting at 147, 140, but could be, he's like a 135 pounder. Yeah. Why not a good opportunity at his natural weight?
I mean, he just knocked off one of the top 10 fighters in the world at 168. And it's not his weight division.
Right. However, I would be interested to see him against Berlanga. I would be interested to see that. Yeah. Yeah, or see how he contends against
that kid. Just changed his whole his whole path with that victory on Munguía. Mm-hmm. Now he's going to be making 6 figures, hopefully 7 figures, and he's squared away.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of eyes on him.
Win, guys. One fucking win.
Yeah, one fucking win. One fucking win will change everything around, man. Really taking opportunity.
And he got dropped. He got up. From what I heard, he was getting butt kicked, and he just weathered the storm.
And Munguia's a guy who hits hard, man. We've gotten the opportunity to hear those shots like live in person in sparring gloves, man, let alone, fucking 10-ounce gloves. So, another guy that would be interesting to see him against would be, up-and-comer Pacheco, who will be fighting.
My boy, very soon. Steven Nelson.
And Pacheco, man, I'm very curious.
Both of them.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see how he's progressing along in his career because, he was early in his career when we were watching him against like Damian sparring. Yeah, he was he was fresh. He's growing and that's a tough fight for you to call for sure.
I don't know if I want to call it because of I remember that kid when he trained with Rudy, Coach Rudy in South Central LA, and I seen the kid go to the Mexican national team, American national team. He was stud. He got signed by DAZN, Matchroom.
Matchroom.
I'm sorry. And watching him develop as a pro, it's like, wow, I've seen him mature a lot. Steven Nelson trained here in San Diego with Coach Bashir at our gym. Right. And we celebrated birthdays with him, and we hung out with him. We played basketball with him. He came over to the house. We watched fights at my house. So you understand, like, there's, like, investment in both of them.
Right.
Like, I know them both. Pacheco hopped the spar before with CC would get ready for a fight. So it's like, I don't know which one to call. I'm not going to call that fight out of respect for both guys. I know who I think is going to win, and I'll keep that between me.
Damn. I just had a thought, going back to a loss. I think there's a lot of stigma around losing, right? What do you think about? Do you think that the type of loss holds a different kind of weight?
Depending on the fighter, how he takes it. I think a loss is a loss,
regardless.
if you don't learn anything.
Okay.
If you don't learn something from your hiccup, it goes down as a loss. If you learn something from it and you keep winning, yeah, it's going to be attached to you in your record, but you're a winner.
Right.
You're a winner because the way Jabin lost both fights for both by decisions, he came out clean on both fights.
Yeah.
No damage, no nothing.
Right.
I heard the commentator say Jabin's nose was busted up. Fool, do your homework, dog. He's had that nose like that since he was little.
Yeah.
Playing football with his brother. But yeah, I mean, the loss.
People could say, "Oh, a loss is a loss," but nah, I don't think so, because I think different losses hold different weights, right? Because you have a guy like Pitbull who lost to Tank. You have guys like Munguía and Berlanga who lost to Canelo, but they're getting opportunities.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's how it should be.
So it's like, it's
why? Like in baseball and football, everybody likes the underdog or the comeback.
Right.
Why not in boxing?
Why not? Exactly. I think there's way too much stigma on, that guy, he took a loss, and now his fucking career is over. It's like, no, you know what, Munguía, he's going to come back, dude. He's fucking young. There's a lot of career left for him. Obviously, if he this is what he wants to do, which I assume that he does.
But I think a lot of fighters should, when they lose, take a couple steps back.
Right.
Don't jump to the big leagues right away. Reassess and find out what's going on. And when you take a loss like that, where you get knocked out or dropped,
right.
You got to figure something out.
Right. No, absolutely. Fix that for sure. Go back to the drawing board, as people say. And this is all about strategy too. It's not just strategy within like the fight. Like, it's strategy within the career.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think some guys might come back too quick. Like, I know Alacran Berchel, I think, he probably should have taken after the fight with Oscar Valdez when he got knocked. He got like face planted. Was that face planted or back? I don't know. One of those two.
Got dropped badly.
I think there's certain times where like you got to strategize correctly and take some time off, or sometimes too much time off can also be detrimental, but it depends on the fighter. Yeah.
Not that many people know that though. When he fought Valdez, he was coming back from COVID, and he was bad with COVID. He was very bad from what I heard.
Yeah. He's one of the bad cases.
And you saw it in his performance.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been the same since.
He hasn't been the same since. I don't even know if he fights anymore,
honestly.
Yeah,
he does. He's still training. He's doing good. But I don't think he's the same. It's not even from the knockouts. It's just the performance he had.
Yeah. I think in my opinion, it fucked with him mentally more than anything else,
Then again, where he's from, a lot of guys, they spar 5 days a week.
Yeah, man. What do you think about that? Because there are a lot of people, everybody has, all the coaches, trainers, however you want to say it, right? They have a different way of training. There's some guys, like, for example, I saw an interview with Abel, right? When he was talking about, do we do it old school? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We do our camps in-house. We don't believe in none of the science shit, but there's some guys who love going into the whole fucking science shit of fucking training. Some guys spar fucking 5 times a week. Some guys do like sparring twice a week. What do you think about 5 days a week, though?
I don't like it. But I think it falls on the coach. He has to be a good chef.
Yeah.
Because he has to make sure his food don't burn.
Yeah.
That fighters don't overwork and get burned out in the gym and leave their career in the gym.
Right.
A lot of guys do it because they feel like that's the only way they get a workout. They feel like they don't get a workout hitting the bags.
Yeah.
Sorry, hold on. My bad.
Fight voice.
Where the fuck is that? Adam. Where's the tea at?
You want Jolly Rancher?
Yeah, this is what happens when you fucking fighter doesn't do what you tell him.
Yeah.
But I just think that you have to carry every fighter different. You cannot train all the fighters the same.
Yeah.
Where you expect a fighter to go 5 days sparring, which I will never do. But sometimes I spar guys when it's fight camp. Some guys I spar sometimes 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And some I spar twice a week.
Right.
And then I get in their whole pads. You run the defense drills. We do bag drills, stuff like that.
And not all sparrings are fucking hard sparrings either, man. I think, also strategy within, like, rounds, right? You don't want to do too many fucking rounds. You don't want to do, like, too little rounds, And sometimes you want to work on certain things. You don't always spar somebody, like, fucking hard and intense for, like, the whole fucking sparring session,
Yeah.
Sometimes you bring in fresh guys. Sometimes you spar one person. It's I think it's really good to have different looks and vary the fucking training too, you know?
Yeah. Creativity. But I do like what Abel says about the old school stuff, because some of those fighters were fighting 15 rounds.
Yeah.
And they didn't have scientists with them in the camp and fucking bringing out some of these coaches, some of these, what do you call them, personal trainers in the gym?
Yeah.
I seen some fuckers come in with like, open a freezer with fucking
dry ice
coming out, like, oh, I'm giving them this and I'm giving them that. And like, you're like, why are you giving him that for? If the day he fights, he can't have that.
Yeah.
In the locker room, in some states, you can't have nothing but water in the corner.
Right.
How in the fuck are you giving him that 30 minutes before performance?
Yeah.
You're creating a false narrative for him, because he's not going to be able to use that the day of the fight.
Yeah.
And these guys want to act like they're the best shit known to mankind. You know, these conditioning coaches were like, wow, how many world champions do you have, dog? Like, because you just started playing golf and now you're doing it to this, you know?
Yeah.
I just see some guys out there, like, they act like they're very, very important and sophisticated. And if they don't have them, they're going to lose without them.
And, you know, I do agree with the whole, if it ain't broke, there's no need to fuck with it. You know what I'm saying?
To this day, the fights that we watch that are mostly all the highlights from the 90s back.
Right.
Were old school way.
And longer fights, man.
And fighting better opposition.
And fighting way better. Hard
when fighters fought their mandatories.
Yeah.
Not vacated and walked away.
You know.
Or retired for a year and come back.
Yeah, you know, I think that's one thing. I think a lot of people touch on that, man. But yeah, there's so much value in having to fucking fight your mandatory. You know what I'm saying? And now with all these belts, it's like, it's weird because it's hard to have to keep up. Like, so one guy's supposed to fucking fight all 4 of those mandatories in a year, or what? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Well,
wherever you're ranked the highest with, or with what sanctioning body you're with, that's who your mandatory is. If you have a WBC bout, you fight the mandatory in that weight class, you know? Mm-hmm. Now, when you want to unify,
yeah,
that's different, you know? Then you have to fight the 2 mandatories on each. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Then if you get 3 belts, I don't know what you call the 3. Therefore, you're undisputed.
You're just unified, I guess.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I think.
And then I think if you're undisputed,
yeah,
and you have mandatories by all 4, I think you take the one that makes the most money for you as a fighter. Not at that moment, you're already undisputed. You already took all the risk.
Yeah.
Now you fight the one that brings the most numbers. You earned it.
Yeah, right. At that point, it's like you
beat up.
Whatever.
Most people will never fight one champion in their life.
That's true, man.
You fought 3.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, speaking on
in order how you got it.
Yeah, speaking on fucking opportunity. That's true. A lot of people don't get in this sport.
Very rare. Man, who gets a champion?
Very, very fucking rare.
I've been around the game forever. I only got a title at the championship once.
Yeah.
Against, at that time, he was like ranked number 5 in the pound for pound rankings against Chocolate. I got punched in that day. Gallito Estrada.
Yeah, which
we faced him with Dwayne Beeman, and that we fought him in Mexico with 20,000 people in the stands. Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I want to feel that again, and that's what I'm saying. Most guys will never get an opportunity for the world title ever in their life, and they're all critiquing everybody.
And how many years ago was that?
I don't want to do the math. 8.
And before that, you'd already been in the game for like a decade.
No, not that much. I got lucky right away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that far apart. But you know, it's funny because right when I left Undisputed, some guy came looking for me, and he wanted me to coach him. But they told him I retired.
What the fuck?
And his name is Jose Bolivita.
Oh, damn.
So I would have had more title fights with him.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, somebody else, he's done. And he told me after he figured that I wasn't there no more, like, oh, fuck. It wasn't like I was on social media back then. Like, he would know where to find me at.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So Jose Bolivita, he would have been the first guy that I had with title fights.
Man, that's fucking crazy, man. The audacity. Yeah, he fucking retired. What?
They said I retired. He came looking for me. He's gone, dog. He doesn't train nobody no more.
What? Damn.
We'll train you.
Is that hateration or what?
Super hateration.
What the fuck, dude? But, you know, I think I'm curious to touch on, you know, another guy who took a loss but is coming back. Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury. What do you think?
What do I think about what? The rematch?
Yeah. You think it's going to be different?
I think it's going to play out identically the same.
I'm thinking the same, too,
I'm
man.
thinking 11th, 12th round knockout again.
But, you know.
A knockout this time, I'm sorry. There was a decision last time.
It was, but he got knocked down, right? Yeah.
I'm going to tell you why, though. I think that.
Why?
Fury was baiting up Usyk. And I told you when that fight happened,
Yeah.
Fury is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes him who he is.
Right.
The only way you can beat Fury is if you're insane.
Yeah.
And Usyk has insane teeth, insane eyes,
Yeah.
insane bravado,
Yeah.
insane mentality. He's an insane boy all the way.
Yeah.
Say boys. And he took everything Fury had to offer.
I think he took something from him.
As soon as he gave Fury some of his own medicine,
Yeah.
he was fucking on cloud nine, just
Yeah.
surviving.
Yeah.
So in the back of Fury's head, and he knows that it just takes one good shot from Usyk.
Yeah.
He landed a shitload of shots on Usyk.
Yeah.
And Usyk stood his ground.
Yeah. He did.
So you want to bet again or what?
I do and I don't. Okay, for the sake
Sake of the sport and the podcast.
Of the sport and the podcast. What say you $1?
No, we're gonna fucking double or nothing.
Wait. What do you mean double?
$2.
$2?
Two.
A $2 bill or $2?
No, because last time I said, make sure you pay me in ones, and it made no sense.
You want to get paid in ones or a 1, 2?
I want 2 ones.
2 ones?
Yeah, 2 ones.
I'm gonna have to go to the bank and ask for the crispiest.
Crispiest.
I got Fury.
I saw it. She's picking Fury. I'm picking Usyk.
Yeah. But you know, huh?
What?
Okay. What do you think about this, right? Just because you get fucking knocked out, right? Knocked out cold, whatever, you can still come back. But I think that there's something. I think I'm going with Fury, you know. But I think that when another man takes something from you, I think that's what's fucking hard to come back from. And I think that Usyk got a little piece of fucking Fury that fight.
I've been saying that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going with my boy.
I do agree with that.
But if anybody could come back,
it is Fury. That motherfucker's been through the pits of hell, man, and came back.
Yeah, and he's like 6'something, almost 7 feet. So Usyk is a small heavyweight.
Yeah.
But he's just special. You don't teach what he has.
Sometimes I think that, Fury, he gets a little on that high horse, man, and he kind of like, I think he overlooked Usyk a little bit. He's like, oh, this dude's little, Tiny. Whatever. I'm just gonna box him from the outside, whatever. He ain't even gonna fucking come.
But you know what though? Fury is a pussy too, though.
Yeah.
Sorry.
In what sense?
He's 6'9".
I mean, he ain't my boy or nothing.
He's 6'9". I don't know how big he is.
Yeah, he's up there.
He was that was a good might keep him on the. But as soon as Usyk got close, oh.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about fucking
hugging. Tying up. Yeah.
Come on, dog. Come on, perrito. You can't be hugging so much. You guys got to stop that to make the sport exciting. I'm going to keep saying it. I don't give a fuck. Critique me in the fucking comments.
Yeah.
Stop fucking hugging for no reason. If you're hurt, fuck it.
Yeah, clinch.
Survive.
Yeah.
For no reason.
For no reason.
Those are guys headbutting you. I understand.
Yeah.
But for fucking just survival?
Yeah.
Because you had a disadvantage?
As a tactic, yeah, that's pretty bold.
1-2 hug. 1-2 hug.
1-2 hug is fucking bold, man. It's crazy. And I'm very curious to see the outcome.
You're changing my life, though, all the money you're paying me.
We'll see.
I'm making a lot of money now.
Saturday. Well, I don't even know what time that fight, because it's in Saudi again, huh?
Yeah, we'll probably like at 3 hour time, 3 o'clock.
Yeah. You're right. They probably have that fucking big. I don't even know who else is on that card or nothing. I know that Pacheco's fighting.
Is it Shakur that one? No.
No, that's for February.
Oh, okay.
That's Bivol and Better Biev, which.
That's right.
When the time comes for that one, I think we're gonna be on the same page for that one, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Better Biev again.
Me too.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna change it for the sake of the betting.
I did. So
you got Usyk for reals?
I mean, honestly, I'm on the fence. Like we were talking with Barry. Barry, if you're watching. I'm on the fence. I had Fury the first time.
Jump the motherfucking fence and make a decision.
I had Fury the first time. I did, and I don't think it's too bad. Too much of a risk.
Who did I have last time?
You changed. Change your mind. I'm gonna have to go into the archives.
I didn't change my mind.
Going into the archives.
I was just thinking like, who could win? That's what I said.
Yeah.
You gotta be kind of insane to beat Fury. You're gonna have to go because you're gonna get challenged. You're gonna get hit, and he broke Wilder.
Yeah.
But Wilder's not insane. Wilder was a specimen with
he
power.
Took something from Wilder too.
He never was the same.
He never was the same, man.
But Usyk comes from a fucking war-torn country.
Yeah.
His country's still at war, I think.
Yeah,
or was at war. And he ain't gonna fucking scare this fool with the 1-2.
We saw the turning point in that fight, though. There was a turning point. I can't remember what fucking was, like 6th or 7th round, right? He went to the fucking corner, and I could see it in his eyes that he just, it's almost like he told himself, I need to fucking turn this shit around right now.
Yep.
You know? And what a fucking championship fucking mentality, dude. Like, you know, these guys, they sacrifice a lot. You know, he probably leaves his family behind months at a time in goals and fights.
I want to touch on something about losing.
Yeah.
You're talking about significance of losing, right?
Right.
It doesn't really fit it because this kid didn't lose a fight. But Ulises Sierra's last opponent, Ulises Sierra had him out on his feet on the first round.
Yep.
And you can see the favoritism in the referee.
Yep.
The referee did everything he could to let that kid win. Any other referee, any other time would stop that fight.
Right.
I remember that fight. In my head, I said, that referee's causing more damage for that kid than for CC.
Yeah.
It hurt CC emotionally. It hurt CC financially because he could have changed his path for the next opponents.
Right.
That referee, Barragan, no asshole, caused that kid to get hurt.
Yeah.
Because his next fight, that kid got knocked out bad.
Yeah.
He was laying on the canvas for a long time.
Bad knockout, man.
Is it solely the referee's fault? No. It's the team.
Yeah, everything.
The way they spar, the way they train, the way Raleigh fights.
Yeah.
He fights with no shits given.
Yeah.
And in this sport, there's only so much things you could do till somebody figures you out.
Yeah, man.
And we had them figured out. It's just that referee didn't allow it.
And we're not talking just about the fights in the gym too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In the gym, the team, the coach is very fucking arrogant and cocky. Where's he at now? I haven't seen him post anything.
Yeah.
I posted when Jabin lost. I said, you guys want to know what happened? This is what you can tell by my, but you have to be in either victory or loss the same.
Yeah.
It sucks. A loss, it makes you mad. It makes you upset. It makes your blood boil. It makes you like feel like you're doing something wrong. Mm-hmm. But a knockout loss like that.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah.
I hope I never feel that.
Yeah. No, absolutely, man. It hurts. Like, we do put a lot into these guys, and that's just not just mental. It's also physical and it's also emotional, man. So you don't fucking want to see that shit.
Yeah.
That's tough. He was down there for a while,
Really sorry about that. I didn't mean to throw that kid under the bus, but it's just the coaching and the referees that made me upset, because that kid, I love that kid. I spoke how I know him since he's little. Yeah. And to see him get knocked out that way, it bothered me. It's tough. But, I also want to tell you guys out there too, sometimes we catch slack at me from other coaches and teams like saying, oh, Joe's guy lost, he sucks. When they start fighting somebody good, then you guys can critique me. Yeah. You can't talk shit about us when you're fighting guys with more losses than wins. Yeah. Everybody talks shit, but there's a few fighters from San Diego. I know this podcast, we're trying to make it bigger, but I'm talking to the coaches here in San Diego that you can all critique all you want when you beat somebody. Like I always said, I always talk about Chris Martin. Mm-hmm. One day somebody talked shit about Chris. I said, listen, bro, that motherfucker fought world champions. Yeah. You ain't never been in Chris Martin's shoes. He fought Gary Russell Jr., Mariaga. I could go so. He fought like 3 or 4 world champions, and he won. Yeah. He lost, and he. But don't critique him because you ain't never been there. Right. You can criticize the win or loss. You're a fan. I'm sorry. If you're a fan, you can critique wherever you want. Mm-hmm. If you're a coach or a fighter, be careful because it might come back to you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, all our guys, CC, Brian, Jabin, Jose, Kyle, they're all taking hard-ass fucking fights, man. Every single one of them. These guys are not getting easy fights. I think Jabin and Jose, okay, their last fight, and same thing with Kyle, their last fight, but besides that... No,
but they're not living off of that.
They're not.
They're taking those fights sometimes for no pay. Yeah. And when they take the hard fights, they get paid, but they go do what they have to fight for their career. Yep. At the end of the day, a loss doesn't define your career. Yep. You know what I mean? It's how you. I hate quoting this guy, but he knows who he is. It's not how you start the race; it's how you finish it that matters.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely. And if this is something that people are really really striving to do and put everything into it, man, keep fucking going, dude. Like I think it's up to us, right? It's up to us to change that whole fucking stigma around a fucking loss, dude. You know what I'm saying? Boxing is more than just a sport. It's about telling a fucking story. It inspires other people, not even that have nothing to do with boxing. You know what I mean? And I think that's what boxing needs again. Fuck all the other bullshit. Like, nah, fight each other, man. How
many fighters have stopped because they had one loss?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
They take it too hard.
They
One
take
loss.
It like you're not invincible. None of us are invincible, dog. When you go into that sport knowing that, none of us are untouchable or invincible. Mm-hmm. None of us. If you have a hiccup, that doesn't define who you are. Keep fucking working hard at what you want to do.
Yep. If you get dropped, if you get knocked out, man, that's what this shit's all about. Fucking fighting, going down and getting back up, man.
Yep. Don't quit on yourself.
Don't quit on yourself.
So, besides the Fury and Usyk fight, we have anything else?
Pacheco and Steve Nelson
that's
we
in 2
touched
weeks.
on. I thought it was the 17th.
Is it this weekend?
Yeah, I think so. That's why I said, like, damn.
Think?
I'm going to go with Pacheco. I'm going to go with Pacheco. It's a big test for him, but I'm going to go with him because...
I'm not saying nothing because I'm going to give away what I'm thinking.
But,
How about Andy Cruz is fighting on the undercard? I don't know who he's fighting. I don't know who Salcido is.
Who's this?
Andy Cruz.
Andy Cruz. I'm excited to watch Andy Cruz, man. His last fight was tough. And, that's another guy who's taking a lot of fucking risks. The guys he's fighting are not easy. Fucking Samarripa. Yeah, him. He was a fucking tough fight. He fought Burgos. Burgos is a fucking tough fight. Like,
yeah, he's fighting tough guys.
He's fighting tough guys.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to match him up with Keyshawn Davis down the road. That's a big story for boxing.
They're trying to rush him out because he's got into the pro game kind of late.
A little later, yeah. I think he's a little older than Keyshawn, if I'm not mistaken. But he's a gold medalist. He's another Cuban gold medalist. But this guy's got.
I'm high on Keyshawn after that last win.
Yeah, that was impressive.
I liked him, and I went against him before, but
yeah,
this fight he showed some grit in his hometown.
Yep, in his hometown. That's what I was about to say. In his hometown, which is huge. I think that's one of the biggest tests.
Not just in his hometown, but his siblings on the undercard.
Yeah,
his brothers under the undercard.
All three of the siblings were on the undercard. Not only that. His opponent came in 6 pounds fucking overweight. He said, fuck it, we're taking this fight, Rearrange that fucking contract real quick. Not anybody's going to do that.
That's ballsy.
That's ballsy as fuck. And I could tell, like, and when he first started, like, he wasn't getting shook, but he was, like, when he was getting hit, he was getting moved a little bit. He's like, all right, I need to get this motherfucker out
What's
here.
that shit? He was like, they said that Mayweather was really good at it. He was collecting the
data, the software or whatever.
Yeah. Collecting that data.
Yep. I think him, Tank is really good at that shit too. But yeah, I think that's for fights coming up. That's about it. What you think?
Well, just please I like how people have been commenting on our podcast. Yeah. I meet people and they're like, hey, I like your podcast. Hey, I like what you guys are doing. Just like it, guys. Please share it. We want to pay this motherfucker for doing this for us because he's taxing us every fucking. He charges us like $20 per person.
We have a certain amount of words that we can say. Like if we can't go over 500 words when we speak to him, otherwise he charges us. Just kidding.
He's a dick. No, she's being for real. She's gonna get charged for that.
I'm getting charged. Yeah, I'm out of pocket right now for saying what I said.
Yeah, that bag of Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah, I'm going against the contract right now. But thank you.
This lavender's expensive.
This lavender's very expensive, man. It's imported from Egypt and shit.
Help us make this grow, guys. And anything you guys want us to elaborate or talk about, just let us know.
Please do.
I want to talk about other shit too besides boxing. So
we did talk about like what ifs, right?
Sometimes when we're in the locker room and we have right before a fight, we're like, you ever thought about if a movie's ending was different? Like I said, what if what I said was a couple of them. I touched on a couple. What if Jenny would have fell in love with Forrest right from the get-go?
Dang.
Would Forrest Gump be driven? That's another one that we said.
What if yeah.
And we talked about like movies that nobody, like low budget movies, and I said, no, it has to be movies that are mainstream.
Yeah. We were talking about Gladiator. I was like, what if his wife would have never got burned to a crisp, homie? Well,
what if she never would have got raped or killed?
What if she never got raped and killed?
Yeah, would he still fight like that in the
Dang, Maximus
arena?
Yeah. But yeah. Please, any suggestions or anything like that?
What if E.T. would never came home, dog? Leave you with that.
That's a good one.
ET go home.
ET go home. We go home.
What if he never wanted to go home?
What if he?
Just
Obviously,
saying.
no.
This has been a Point and Yell production. Yeah, I think the words, but sometimes they don't come out of my mouth no good.